Yo, what's get up? This is Max from Real Social Dynamics. We're chilling here in our headquarters in Kiev, and in this video we will be talking about how to pick up girls on the dance floor, how to pick up girls in loud, chaotic environments.
Oh, you're a hypocrite!
Hey guys.
You're a hypocrite though! Oh my god!
Come with me. 2 seconds before your friends see it.
Before we're going to crack into that, I need you to do me a favor. Please do consider hitting that subscribe button right underneath this video. Next to that is a little bell symbol. You click the bell symbol, that way you'll always get notifications every time I'm uploading a cool, epic new video. So it helps the channel out a great deal. It would be cool if you could do that. Most importantly, first and foremost, be aware of the reason why girls are on the dance floor. Your reason to be on the dance floor is, well, because that's where all the hot girls are. Your reason to be in the nightclub probably is because that's where all the hot girls are. But the girls on the dance floor because of the music. They want to dance, they want to feel good, they want to be in their bodies. That's why they're on there. They're basically on there to have fun. Also, they're also on there to enjoy the validation and the horny looks from all the chodes, right? We call this the chode crystals. You've probably seen that. Couple of hot girls, 2 hot girls dancing, and like 10 dudes around there with their drinks tucked to their chest, looking at the girls like waiting for something to happen. I don't even know what they're waiting for, like waiting for Odin to give them the girls or some bullshit, some miracle to happen. So be aware that the reason why girls are on the dance floor is to have fun. Now you need to do exactly the same. You need to be on there to have fun just as much. If you're on the dance floor like, what's up, how's it going? The girl feels that, and that's where the instant blowouts happen, right? You've probably seen that on the dance floor. You want to approach and you just get instant blowouts left and right, because they see it in your facial expressions, in the way you carry your body, in your vibe, that this guy's not having fun, he's trying to leech, he's trying to get with a girl that is just there to enjoy herself. So you got to be aware of that, right? And in general, I think we've all had that feeling of not knowing what to do on a dance floor. Like, it's loud, it's chaotic, it's dark, there's these weird lights, the music, there's all these kinds of people, all these like different smells going on and people bumping into each other. It's chaos, right? And trust me, a friend of mine, Luke, said, shout out to RSD Luke, he said, nightclubs are designed for men to not get laid. Because if they would get laid, they would go there, pick up a chick and get the fuck out. But nightclubs are businesses. So what they do is they shove the guys in their head, make it as difficult as possible for them to pick up girls, because only then they spend their money on drinks, they spend their money on all the cover charge and all that, right? So yeah, it's a business, you gotta be aware of that. Now, by the way, if you're having difficulties having fun on the dance floor, don't blame the DJ, don't blame the boring girls. It's your responsibility to have fun. It's your responsibility to make it fun. You hate the music there, dumb yourself down until you like it. Like, you can't dance? Dance however the fuck you want. We'll talk about the dancing thing later on. So how do you actually approach on the dance floor? Please do not do the caveman. You might seen somebody, he does that and it kind of worked, but it usually doesn't. The caveman is when the girl is dancing and you just kind of come up from behind and rub your pelvis against her ass and hope that something good is happening. That's not how an approach should work. Imagine you're a hot girl, you're dancing there, and all of a sudden you feel like this random dick on your ass. Very rarely works, okay? I would say around 1 out of 50 times it works. That's not a good ratio. That's not a ratio you want to work with. So the approach on the dance floor is basically exactly the same sort of approach that you would do anywhere else in the club. My personal favorite is always like, I go there and I say, hey, I like your, insert random compliment. Hey, I like your shoes. Hey, I like that purse. Be aware that if you give that compliment, that it's an actual compliment. Don't be like, I like you, or you're hot. She hears that all the time. Make it specific. I like how your earrings fit to your purse. Because girls think about that. Girls will think like, oh wait, this guy actually makes an effort, right? And it also gives them a reason. It gives you a reason to talk to them. Back in days, I would be just like, hey, what's up? And the girl's like, okay, why are you here? Do we know each other? Are you trying to get value from me by asking me something? But if you say, hey, I like XYZ, she sees, okay, he's here to talk to me because he likes XYZ. Probably also because he wants to fuck me, but at least for now, this kind of works as sort of excuse. Plus, It's not value leeching. Like, oh, when I say the question, she has to reply. It's like value giving. Even if it's just a little 1% value, it's still value, right? So the approach can be the same. But most importantly, on the dance floor, there's loud music. So keep it short and precise. I see a lot of my students saying shit like, blah, 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 blah. I'm actually originally from there. Like when the girl asks them like, oh, hey, where are you from? Oh, I'm from originally from there, but then I moved there, and da, 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 da. And then they go on these long rants, and the girl's like, okay, fuck this guy because I actually want to dance. So keep it short and precise. You can elaborate longer if you meet her in the lounge area, in the smoking area, in the outside area, but on the dance floor, keep it short and precise because be aware, girls want to be there to have fun. Now about the opening, it's not that important what you say, it's much more important how you say it. So the following 3 rules of intensity are extremely important, especially on the dance floor. 3 rules of intensity. Number 1, square the fuck up. Many guys, they like open the girl and they're like, oh hey, excuse me, and then they're basically like, shoulder to shoulder, ha ha ha. The girl, again, she's overwhelmed with all the stimuli already. There's the music, there's the DJ, there's the friends, there's the drinks, there's the other guys. If you're not even able to stand in front of her, she's just gonna lose attention. She's just gonna be, fuck, my attention is gonna go somewhere else. So you need to square up, stand in front of the girl. Number 2, eye contact. This is probably the most important key in all social interactions. Doesn't matter if that's during day game, night game, whatever. Hold eye contact. Everything you say can be amplified 1,000-fold with the proper eye contact. Rules of intensity number 3, vocal projection. You gotta be able to speak loud enough, homie. If the girl can't hear you, if the girl needs to invest any sort of energy just to hear you, she's not gonna do it. Because she's like, there's a DJ, there's my friends, there's all this party going on, and now I need to waste energy to listen to this random fucktard that I don't give a fuck about. Sorry, mister. And then again, blowout. So again, a big reason for you getting instant blowouts on the dance floor is because you're not even fucking loud enough. That fucking easy. A little exercise tip here. Because many guys, they yell like this, hey, what's up, because they do chest breathing. There's a lot of constriction in the chest. There's a lot of contraction going on. Breathe into the belly, breathe into your balls, like Elliot Hulse would say, like a little Buddha belly, and have the voice come not from up here, not from the chest, but from the belly, from the diaphragm. So that way you can actually speak very loudly without any difference, and it doesn't sound that forced. It sounds relatively relaxed. Which brings me to the next point. Do not lean in. When I say speak loud enough, many guys are like, okay, so speak into her ear so she can hear me. But what happens when you lean in? First of all, your body language becomes quite needy, right? You got to lean in and everybody sees that, oh, this guy wants to talk to the girl. She might even take a step back. Now you lean in even more. And on the other hand, which is also very key, is you lose eye contact because her ear's here and you're like, blah, 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 talking to her ear. Now, where's the fucking eye contact? What's she going to do? So most importantly, in order to avoid the leaning in, get closer. This is especially key if you're a tall guy, because tall guys always lean forward, just get closer until the girl is standing here and you're like, ha ha ha, you kind of like talk down on her physically like this, right? Even if you're shorter, it doesn't matter. Get closer. Exception, when the girl takes a step back, then do not get closer. Read her body language, right? But let's say it's cool for her that you stand close enough so you can talk. Now here's what you do. Because you do need to talk into her ear while at the same time holding eye contact. This is something that I call the pendulum, because just like a pendulum, you're now pendulum back, pendulum forth. Well, actually the other way around. Pendulum forth, pendulum back. So you look into her eye, blah, 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 blah. She says something. Now you say something. Yeah, actually, I'm from Austria. Now you pendulum back, hold eye contact. What do? She's like, blah, 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 I do this. Interesting. I do this. Boom, back to eye contact. That way you always go back and forth. Be aware that your spine should be ideally straight, right? So you take a step forward, take a step back, hold the eye contact again, right? That's the pendulum. That's the proper body language on the dance floor. Now what to do now, Max? Now, depending on what you want with the girl in the nightclub, you're free to do a lot of things now. I've had students that say like, dude, I love dancing. They would just end up dancing with the girl for an hour. That's cool. If you're like me, you usually don't like the music. I usually am really bad with dancing. I'm too German/Austrian for that shit. So if I see a hot girl on the dance floor, I approach her in the way that I said earlier, and then I would try to isolate the girl. Now, how does the isolation work? Now, 99% of the time, the girl will be there with her friends, which means if you want to isolate the girl, you need to befriend the friends first. That could be very simple on the dance floor. A quick like, hello into the round, high-fiving a couple people, haha, side-hugging someone. Just give a little bit of value, show them that there's no threat coming from you, and then boom, go back to your girl. This is key, because many guys end up like befriending the whole friends, and then the hot girl stands there and another dude catches her, right? That'd be me. No, just kidding. And so you got to befriend the friends and then go back to your girl. Now, when you're talking to the girl, always have in the periphery the friends, because if they stand like this, they're like, fuck this guy, he's like intruding in our group, blah, 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 blah. Then you got to go back to them, wash, rinse, repeat, befriend them again, and then back to your girl. Then, let's say, for example, okay, the friends like you enough, you're not sure if you're, if you have the enough attraction that you can actually take the girl somewhere else into the more quiet area, to the bar, whatever. I usually wait for at least one sign of compliance. That sign of compliance can be the girl asking you something back. So you're like, oh, do you come here often? And she's like, yeah, I come here often. What about you? Where are you from? Something simple. It's probably going to be some shitty question, because girls are not good at those kind of things. So when she asks you something back, see it as a sign of compliance. Even stronger sign of compliance, the girl actually touching you. All these things. I made an extra video about how you can tell if a girl likes you, the subtle signs that she can show, so I guess we'll have it pop up somewhere here, so you can click on that and you can watch that. If you get that one sign of compliance, it's usually enough. You befriend the friends, or you have already befriended them, you get that one sign of compliance. Now you throw in a time constraint, saying something like, hey, I'm gonna go grab some water. Come with me. Hey, let's go smoke outside real quick. Whatever it is, some random excuse. Hey, let's go search for my friends. Or, you're cool, Linda, let me introduce you to someone. You know, even if you're alone there, introduce her to some other random people. And then don't wait for an answer. Give her the elbow, magic elbow move, and say, let's go, right? You will feel it. If she really doesn't want to go, she's going to be like, no. Many times the girl's like, oh, okay, well, fine. As you do that, say goodbye to her friends. You can even say things like, oh, I'll bring her right back. Don't worry, guys. We'll be right over there, right? Again, the friends are going to cockblock if they feel like there's a threat coming from you. If you're nice, if you're polite, they're like, oh, yeah, she's good. The guy's okay. And then you can bring her somewhere else. That's how you can isolate. Now, a little trick when you isolate the girl, go somewhere where you can be in the position of advantage. Position of advantage is you against the wall, you against the pillar, you against the bar, and she's like kind of standing out there in the open having to talk to you. So you're basically leaning back, and even though you're the guy who approached the girl, you're the guy who's leading the conversation, it looks like she's trying to hit on you, which increases your value in the nightclub. Plus, it kind of subconsciously gets her in a position where she needs to invest a little more. So when I take the girl by the hand and I'm walking over to the bar, I'm making sure that I walk over to a spot where I can lean back, right? That's like a little bonus point. And then again, if you say, well, I want to keep dancing with the girl, keep dancing with the girl. You can do that as well. Now you can also decide to leave the set and later on reapproach her, because the set went well, you've talked for like 30 seconds, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and now you're like, okay, let me check out what else is in the club. You can do that. Important, if you decide to leave the set and later reapproach, only do that in the smaller nightclubs. If you go to Omnia in Las Vegas or XS that are huge where there's thousands of people, the chances that you're going to meet the girl are very low. In this case, I would do Instagram exchange, maybe number exchange, something like that, so I can hit her up later towards the second or third half of the night. Yes, you heard correctly, third half of the night. More about that in another video. You can also, this is a nice little trick, can use the girl that you've already hooked, and you can use the increased social status to hook more girls. So again, you can tell her, let's go talk to someone else. Let me introduce you to my friends. Even though if you might be there alone, you can still say that. Now you can take the decently attractive girl and basically use her appearance to look cooler, to talk to the even hotter girls, right? So the even hotter girl sees you walking around already with a girl, so she's like, all right, this guy can't be that weird, he has a girl with him already. Now you hook the even hotter girl. Now you take the hotter girl, hook the even hotter girl, and so on and so forth. But what do I do with the old girls? Just be like, oh, you're so cool. Anyways, you can go back to your friends now, I'll see you later, or I'm gonna chat with her now, or we're gonna go there now, I'll see you later. Give her good vibes, leave some good vibes there, say happy goodbye, whatever the fuck it is, high five, and then you can see her later. And now you successfully played the situation in your favor. Now, last but not least, many guys are like, but what about dancing? And I mentioned it earlier. Should I dance or not? I'm not a good dancer. What am I going to do on a dance floor? Yada, yada, yada. Here's the thing about dancing. It doesn't really matter if you're a good dancer or not. What matters is that you're there for the same reason that the girls are there, which is to have fun, which is to experience how your body can move to the music. I've seen guys that have the shittiest dance moves of them all, but they never gave a fuck. They would jump around, have a good time, do the silly robot 80s dance and whatnot. I've done all of those. Girls never cared because what they felt was different. They felt like, this guy doesn't give a shit, this guy is having fun. With this guy, no judgment is gonna happen. He's not like all the other guys, because all the other guys are either trying to look as cool as possible and dance like, oh, am I cool, or I hope I look cool, or they're scanning. They're scanning around like, I know that I'm not the party, there's not a good time with me, so where is the party? Where's the hot girl? Never fucking do that. Never look around. If you do want to look around, do it like this. Dance around with your friend while at the same time looking around. But don't do this with your head. Don't move your head to look around. Move your whole shoulders and kind of dance around while at the same time you can scan the environment. Which brings me to a very cool technique, if you will. It's called awareness. Let's put it that way. You've ever danced on the dance floor, you were scanning, you were trying to look cool, and it was just you alone on the dance floor, you and your buddy, you and your two wingmen, whatever it is. No girl would come there. Girls would almost like gravitate away from you guys. Now here's what you do. You decrease your telephone awareness. You decrease your awareness around the nightclub. You try to focus on the light in the background. You try to focus on your wingman dancing in front of you. And instead of scanning around trying to look cool, you fully let loose. You're gonna be in your own little bubble and you sing and you dance and you move. You do whatever the fuck you want. You're never looking around where the hot girls are. You're just in your own little zone. Do that for 5, 10, sometimes 20 minutes. And then realize how many hot girls are around you. It's crazy because remember what I said in the beginning. Girls are on the dance floor to have fun and enjoy the validation of all the guys around. You're the only guy who's not giving them validation. You're the only guy who's in the music, having a good time. Girls will feel naturally drawn towards that because they're like, what is that guy doing? Why is he not looking at me? Why is he not scanning around? He must be really cool. So just by you focusing, channeling your awareness onto you and the music and maybe the light in the far distance and not around you, just by doing that, you're basically displaying, yo, I'm a fucking alpha male. I have abundance. I'm cool. I'm feeling good already. I don't need a girl to be happy. And that's exactly the point that you want to reach because now girls are come to you.
Hi.
Hi.
How good is your English?
Your English?
Huh?
Mine English. My English.
Yeah. Do you speak English?
My English is perfect. So you stay 10 days here and then what? You go back to Vienna or are you like on tour? And you're not going to Mexico by any time?
Not this time. I'll be around. You want me to visit you?
I'm just asking. Because I would like to see your cracking joke to open your speech.
Let's try it. Let's go outside. We can go back in and try to gamble. You're my lucky girl. If I lose, you gotta give me the money back.
No way.
Like a sir. Are your friends okay if you come with me, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like, seriously, I'm not 12 years old. I can do it for her.
Okay, I'm just very respectful. What is the difference between siesta and fiesta?
Siesta. Fiesta is party.
What is siesta? Is resting?
Is to rest, like.
Taco party. I want.
Je veux?
That's the wrong language. Anyways, good night. I want. Je.
Now, if you say, actually, that sounds fairly reasonable, I do like the idea of women naturally flocking towards me. I do want to pick up girls in loud, chaotic nightclubs and loud, chaotic dance floors. I have a program, it's called The Natural. The Natural will deal with exactly that. Remember the infield footage that I showed you in the beginning where I'm pulling this girl in the black miniskirt? That is included in the program. In fact, the program doesn't only deal with nightclubs, it also deals with day game, dates, text game, phone game, online game, social circle game, how to have one-night stands, how to manage multiple relationships, how to manage one relationship, how to become more social, how to get more out of your relationships, and all those things. It's everything you could ever need to know about dating and attracting the most attractive girls into your life naturally, while at the same time it provides you with 11 hours of hidden camera infield footage. So what you saw in the beginning is nothing. If you want to have that, with 11 full hours broken down, you can watch it over and over and over again in all kinds of situations. Day game, night game, in a bar, in a lounge, on the streets, in a shopping mall, on the dance floor, all that thing, all those things uncut, from open to taking the girl home, how to kiss her, and all that, all the escalation in between. becomingthenatural.com. That's the website. There's a bunch of really, really good preview videos on there. You can check those out. Those are actually amongst the best free videos I've ever released somewhere online. You can watch them over on the website. If you then decide, yo, I want to get on board with the program, you can do that. There's a button somewhere that you can click on the website, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, which makes the whole thing pretty much a no-brainer. It's pretty cool. Check it out. I highly recommend it. Other than that, I want to thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. I'm actually starting to sweat from all the talking. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace. You know, it's really funny because I've never really been a guy that was good with girls. I've just had zero success with girls. I was not a sociable guy. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have any of that. And I remember once I reached 20 years, it was kind of a turning point because I looked back and I was like, wow, there's something that I'm missing out. And, you know, I'd go to clubs and I'd see all these people and I asked myself, why are these people having fun? Why can't I have fun? Why am I the exception? You know, like, why me? You know, why do some people have it and I just don't? And, you know, and the saddest thing was I always thought, I can't ever change these things. You know, maybe if I just keep doing what I've been doing, you know, keep going to school, keep trying to like get a good job and get good grades, it's just gonna happen. And I was like, fuck, man, like, why is this happening to me? It felt like I'm running out of time. It was like the best part of my life, my youth, is just going down the drain and I'm just wasting it. I'm supposed to get them now, don't I? Like everyone else. I gotta do something, but I have no clue what to do. Fuck, what do I do now? I'm missing out. Why? And then I discovered, you know, game. I hated myself for never stepping up, for never manning up, for never taking action. And you know, with time, those thoughts got replaced with, all right, actually, I'm pretty okay with myself now. I'm actually a pretty cool guy, to be honest.
Oh my God, did you get that? I hope so. He actually licked my penis.
I didn't hate myself anymore. And the more I was practicing this, you know, game, the more I understood these underlying natural core principles of social interaction, of getting attraction and so on and so forth. And, you know, I started to really get a handle on it. And there was no more dark spots. I knew exactly what to do. And the cool thing was it felt empowering. It felt like, okay, this part of my life is no longer this big question mark. It is clearing. I understood it. And I saw this amazing fucking future. And it had my name on it. And guess what? They can be yours too.